Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Finishing out the week in a street stock race. Should be a really interesting race, actually. Ran one of these a little earlier today, had some issues with the recording, so kind of actually a good thing because this strength of field is a lot higher. Probably not the highest street stock strength of field of the race or the week, and not, crazy high overall, but I think the top 4 or 5 guys are actually really high rated. So we are car number 11. Lost basically what I earned out of the ARCA race in the first street stock attempt, so I think we're just over 2,800. It was kind of what you expected out of a street stock race, so we'll see if this one's going to be any better. I got a feeling this one's going to be really rough. I think there's a lot of fast guys. There's probably some fast guys that are going to start in the back, and you're going to see people just throwing contact left and right. So we're going to go out for qualifying, try to put myself as close to the front as I can, and just hope that I can make it work somehow. I definitely feel like I can run the car pretty well long run if we don't get cautions and save tires. I was able to make passes underneath on the center of the corners and kind of be able to rotate through the corners a little bit better than everybody. So may not have the short run speed, but we'll just see how it works out. First lap's going to be a throwaway. My second's always faster, so we're just going to get a run to the line here. Start lap 2. Try to put best qualifying effort I can at this. Not a clue how well I'm going to do. I saw people in the 4s, which is just insane compared to what I've run, but we're going to try to make this stick. See if we can go into the 5s. 557 or 577. Personal best, and we're sitting second right now. Not where I wanted to be. Outside definitely is a big disadvantage, so we'll see if in the last 20 seconds the 5 can bump me back. Somebody put me back to 3rd, please. Weren't very far off the pole. Pole wasn't quite as fast as I thought, but again, the 1, just you could see he was the only one in the 4s. I think he was like almost a 10th faster than anybody else, or more than a 10th faster than anybody else in practice. I ran a couple practice laps just to get back in the groove of it. Didn't really run anything qualifying pace, like didn't try to get a run or anything like that. So, and we're starting second. The 5 is going to try to come up. The 2 put himself 6th. Yeah, this is going to be a rough start, to say the least. Learned a couple things from that one just to take into this one, so it should help a little bit at least. But it's going to be rough on the outside. I mean, reasonably a top 10 is exceeding expectations for where I'm supposed to go. Although qualifying second, I'd love to be able to try to finish in the top 5. Safety rating probably going to get thrown out the window. It's probably going to be rough and tumble. So we'll just try to keep it going straight. I got a feeling contact's going to happen left or right. Somebody's probably going to dump us. You know, stupid things are going to happen because it's street stocks and everybody can't keep it clean for whatever reason. But we'll see what we can do. Just making sure paints are loading in okay. Full field, 21 drivers. I think it's split 3 times actually. So it's going to be a good one. So we'll get in the car, get gridded up, get ready to go. Pull up session's best lap. If we do go green, my best lap usually is coming somewhere around like lap 6 or 7 of the run. But we could either see some decent racing out of this, or we could see everybody trying to just bust their way through everyone, wrecks left and right, and it could be a massive caution fest. That's the case. Hopefully I can avoid the wrecks and just keep myself towards the front and ride it out. But we'll see what we can get out of it. Should hopefully be a fun race. I don't know. I always say I'm going to do this, and then I run one, and then it sucks, and then I regret it, and then inevitably I come back at some point in time. I enjoy the street stocks. I ran for a couple seasons a open setup one for League. That was actually a lot of fun. I mean, it's still a rough car to drive at times, but that made it a lot more fun. So we'll, I don't know, try to just enjoy it as much as we possibly can, and hopefully everybody's reasonable, especially like I said, we're going to have some fast guys trying to work their way up through the field. So hopefully they will be able to do it based on their skill and not based on their front bumpers. Big goal for me is just to try to get a decent start. I'm not going to be able to jump to 7, but if I can stay in front of the 14 slot down in, that'd be great. If not, just trying to minimize how many spots I lose it'll be the goal. We'll see what happens. Again, always starting on the outside's a rough spot to be. It's even worse in a short track when, for the most part, the outside does not really work here. Get ready to go. Have to use the clutch to shift. The 7's off and rolling.
Okay, Jake. Get ready.
Not a great start. Able to clear in front of the 14, so we're just going to dive down to the bottom, try to keep second. 3 didn't get a great start. He's falling back on the outside. And 9's trying to work his way up to the 14. Expect the 2 to work his way up here, the 1 to work their way up here. Probably quite a few drivers. But also going to try to manage to save the tires a little bit, just in case we do happen to get a green flag run. Like I said, I think that'll benefit us as the race goes on. Trying not to dive it in quite as hard. I saw a lot of guys really throwing the cars in hard. And you could see how much they were heating the right sides up and the rears up by sliding. That kind of contact with the 14, I don't care about. That's fine with me. I hate the intentional slams. I mean, I know I'm driving in slower than a lot of people, but that's just something they're going to have to deal with. And if they're going to want to slam me, whatever. It's going to be what it is. 14's definitely driving hard. 7's pulling away right now, but like I said, unless he's really able to manage tires, I think we should be able to start reeling them in once we get 15 or 20 laps into the run. 14's still getting us in the middle of the corner. You can see the 2's already up to 4th. He's going to try to make it look on the inside. 7 gets the right front on the track. I think that's kind of that heavy braking weight transfer. It's causing the chassis to roll so much. Whereas I'm trying to use a longer braking zone, lighter brake pressure, keep the chassis a little bit flatter going into the corners. 2's going to work the inside of the 14, gets by him. Probably not going to try to challenge the 2 too much. He gets up to us. I don't want to kill the tires or potentially get wrecked. Staying even with the 7 right now. Glad we're staying green so far. Nice start to the race. I know we're only going to be working lap 10 here, but it's nice to not get a caution off of lap 1, especially for the street stocks. Really trying to use lighter braking, pull the center of the corners a little bit more, although not hit the wall like that. Or that. Now I gotta watch. Got the 21, who's a lap car. See how the 7 works by him. He gets into the wall in the backstretch. We're just going to try to dive to the bottom to get by him. Protect the bottom. 2 gets into us a little bit. Push us up the track. We'll see if he's going to dive it in. He's going to try to run the outside, get the run off the corner, but he's going to go. 14's going to try to set himself up for a pass too. Probably not going to be able to defend against this. Doubt we're going to be able to hang on to 3rd. 14 to the inside. Trying to battle on the outside, clear the 14 off of the corner. I just don't think we're going to be able to do it. Alright, we do. So keep us in 3rd, which actually works out because now we're going to go on the inside row.
We're under caution. It's closed.
It's like the 10 had an issue.
Single file behind car number 02. We can see peg leg has gone off.
I don't know if I cut in front of the 2 when he made contact with us or if he just drove it in and got into us. I feel like I've run with him before in series. I can't think of what his tendencies are.
Yes, I was there on my screen. You should really pay attention.
People arguing with stuff. Turn the chat down a little bit. I don't care about hearing the arguing. One's already up to 6. I think he started like 15th or 16th, so. Sounds like he
What? I was ahead of you until I got the turn.
maybe in some disagreements with people about driving. I don't know, we'll take a look at it afterwards. We got like 12 laps in or something. Fell back to third. The 2 was really quick. Just was not quite fast enough to be able to stay with them.
Pits are open. Pace car is out. Pits
2 to
are
go.
closed.
We'll be back under green at 19.
Open your eyes, kid.
Got the 3 start behind us. I think he'll probably get a better restart this time than off the initial start. The 1's going to be challenging on the outside.
I know all three of you guys, and you guys are all idiots. No offense.
Okay, Jake, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Lined up behind the 7 on the inside row.
Okay.
Get lined up for another 3rd gear start. I still think that's the best way to go.
Alright, look, if you could stop bullying people and calling them idiots, I would appreciate
Try to not miss the shift. Using the clutch is hard. 7's going to try to get the run down the corner.
it. Alright, so I think
Green, green, green.
Kind of like that. That's the shift up. So try to get back to 2nd. We got the 2 working the outside line. He's going to try to cut underneath the 7. The 7's going to throw a block down backstretch into 3. We're going to check up. 3's not going to get a run on the inside. Oh, we get a caution. So
Watch out.
saves us big time after having a terrible
Pace car's
start.
out. Line up single file behind car number
And this is the street stock
02.
racing I'm used
We're
to.
under caution. Pits are closed. Pits are open.
14 fell way back. He's back to 14th. We'll have to see what happened to him off that. That was not a good start for him.
If I'm slow and you're behind me, what does that make you?
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing these guys argue. This chat's stupid. I think we're just going to not listen. I don't care.
These guys back here driving like they're not 210 slower.
I'm tired of hearing everybody and they're arguing. Pretty stupid, if you ask me. Not worth much, really. So we're still at a 0x, thankfully. Had one car that wrecked in front of me in practice, so got a 4x out of that, but thankfully that's only worth a quarter of an instant point, so
Full course yellow.
it's the same
Pits
as
are
a
open.
1x. Yeah, just, I don't care, like I said. Don't really care about hearing the chat.
We're under caution.
Probably gonna get spun at some point, or 3 wide, or something to get us a 4x, so if I can get out of this with a 4x, I'll be happy with that, but we'll try to go for 0x if we can, and hopefully gain half a tenth a point or something like that. Big goal is just to try to see if I can keep myself in the top 5 by running clean and respectful. I'd rather fall back through the field, get shuffled out of the way, but no, I was trying to run everybody clean than to,
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
you know, bump and run everybody or, you know, do all kind of stuff like that. Just try to do what we can. See if the 7's going to try to do the same thing of running up high and then cutting the run on the middle of 3 and 4, kind of like a qualifying lap in a way. I hate that kind of move, but I guess he's entitled to do that.
Green flag would be
Still
there.
blowing the shift. There goes the contact because I checked up really bad. There goes more contact. There's the 4X. They're going 4 wide basically behind us. Everybody's running into each other. Here comes the caution.
Full course caution.
People spinning everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I blew the start and that checked up everybody. I really am doing terrible with these shifts.
We're under caution. Pits are closed.
It's amazing how bad I am when I have to go back to using the clutch. But, I don't know.
Pits are open.
That 4 wide was also crazy. Guys are just, I mean, I get short runs, you gotta get the time, you know, spots when you can, but everybody just goes absolutely nuts. Another 2 behind us, 8's gonna be to our inside. That caution, I guess, was kind of caused by me missing the shift off the start, but I don't know, it's hard to say. 7's loving this, we're just gonna watch for him to drive up. I'm
not going to let him drive up into me. I'm going to hold the outside line, and if he wants to turn right into me, then that's his prerogative. I kind of don't care about safety rating now. Already got a 4x out of all that. Good for anybody that's lapped down. They're getting laps back with the lucky dog here. Yeah, the cars can take quite a bit of damage before they're messed up. I think it's just fine. That's how street stocks are. Nobody has patience. I swear this is some of the most aggressive, stupid driving in all of iRacing. And they just tell me, oh, it's street stocks, oh, it's short track racing, rubbings racing. Like, that's, I just don't agree with that at all. I fully disagree with that. But that's just me. We're also learning that I'm not aggressive enough anymore, and I'm probably too nice. Get lined up here on the outside, get ready to go next time by. Be halfway done once we get the green flag.
Race will resume at the end of this lap.
I'll try to finally hit the stinking shift. See the 7 already working his way up. Yeah, that sucked. Didn't miss the shift, but had an absolutely terrible start. Two's gonna dive to the bottom. We're gonna have to just battle on the outside. Not gonna be easy. Likely going back to 5th, possibly even further back as 17's gonna try to work his way up. Alright, so we're back to 4th. Not the worst start for being the outside pole. Try to follow the 2 through the 8 because I guarantee you he's just going to go dump him. Given how he's been running. 8 gives him the inside lane. 17's breaking away. We got 2 wide behind. Gotta try to get closer to the 2 to get by the 8. They may or may not have made contact there in the middle of 3 and 4. 8 kind of came down. It's going to cut down in front of us because I was not fast enough to get there. And we get a caution, so we're still stuck on the outside. I don't get why it's so hard for these guys to run. I thought it was looking like it was single filing out back there, but we're going to see half the race under caution. It's right side's keeping us inside the top 5. 7's going to go back to his restart games. Wish they would make these cautions a little bit quicker, so we could try to get a few more green flag laps in. 70 cars are on the lead lap. 16. I think the 1 will be getting his lap back, unless he was involved in it. Oh, 1 will be back on the lead lap, so after getting turned, going to pit road, he's going to be working his way back through the field. I'm sure he's going to have some scores to settle. I think everybody else is either on pit road or have left the race. That's a lap down. Only had 20 cars, so the 21 in the session start the race.
Pits are open.
Hopefully we can try to get a better start. 17, 12 seems like they were kind of slow once we got going, so hopefully we could just try to weather the storm and keep ourselves in 4th, and then see if the 8's going to try to take a run at the 2. Or if the 8 gets by the 2 on the restart, then, you know, the 2 goes back by and we can stay closer, take advantage of it this time. I'll just have to give it our best shot. 1 to go.
We're going green next time by.
Green on lap number 40, so 21 to go. Basically a third of the race left. At least hit the shift. That's about the only thing I did right on that last restart. Try to hit that. I don't know where the 2's going, so we're going to lay back. Man, the inside row got such a good start. I was torched. 17 both got by us. 3's gonna work to the inside as well. That inside row got such a good start. Battling on the outside's not gonna be easy, but I can't find a hole to drop in line. So just gotta try to keep working the outside.
Keep it together, hold your line.
This is where the top 5 goes away.
60.05.
17's slow on the outside, although I get into the wall. 17's gonna try to work to the inside of the 2.
Still there.
Trying my hardest. We got 2 cars going up into the fence. Caution.
Full course caution.
Now.
Be careful.
I think we're gonna be 5th. Restart. I think we were able to just stay ahead of the 15.
Smith and Pegleg have binned it.
I could not tell what caused that contact. I just saw 2 cars go up the track into the outside wall.
Car number 15.
Yeah, we're 5th, so we lost a spot off of that, but I guess all things considered, that wasn't too bad. It was actually kind of throwing a
Pits are open.
somewhat decent battle on the outside. Sorry, this race sucks. I hate it. It's not. This is the street stocks that I'm used to, and the street stocks that are not fun to run. Which sucks, because it seems like people like watching these races, but not when they're like this, I'm sure. Maybe we can try to finally clean things up and finish the rest of the race under green flag. Probably have, like, I don't know, 13 to go once we get the green flag. 13 or 14, something like that. One gets a lot back. Let's see how many spots the 1 made it up. He's up to 10th already. Yeah, a lot of fast cars that could easily get by me. A lot of guys that are shouldn't be faster than me, but are. I mean, that last one that
Full course yellow.
we just
Pits
didn't
are
go on
open.
the outside. The 2 went so far ahead, then had to check up, and the 7 took advantage of it. Which 7 didn't do anything wrong there. The 2 just took off for some reason that hurt
We're under
me.
caution. Pits closed.
And yeah, that inside row, we lost like 2 or 3 spots right off of that. Be getting the one to go next time by. Try to get a better start. Fortunately, gonna be behind the 2, but at least he'll be behind the 7 to not have that game. Oh, I'm really hoping he doesn't lay back to try to get a massive
Alright,
run,
Jake,
because if
get
he
ready.
misjudges it,
Nice
it's
to
not
meet
gonna
you.
work out. I hate that kind of move too. I can understand giving a little bit of room to make sure you don't run into somebody if you think they're gonna check up hard, but I hate laying back, you know, multiple car lengths to try to get a run. Get ready to go. Made sure to not miss the shift this time, so we can try to take advantage. Inside row.
P4.
2 gets into the 7. I had nowhere to go, and we're getting turned into pit road.
35.
And no caution. There's the
Speed limit
caution.
in the pits.
That was just stupid. I had nowhere to go. That's just absolutely pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic.
Pace car is out. Pits
Just
are closed.
just
Pace car
stupid.
is
That's
out. Line up
stupid.
single file behind McLaughlin.
I don't really know what the 7 was doing trying to come down. And now I get a... Because I slid onto the pit road, I get... Whatever. I hate when drivers do that kind of stuff and you got nowhere to go. I get the 5 by. Onto the back, so we might as well come in. 6 has got to get by us. We're going to come in, take fuel to try to help loosen the car upland, and just, I don't know, damage isn't going to do anything, but we'll try to get some repaired. Top 10 ain't going to happen at this point. Not with this few lapses we have. That was pathetic. I don't know who was more to blame at that, but it's not going to work out for us, unfortunately. So, more iRating loss.
Speed limit. Watch your speed. Box in.
Guess now we're
5,
going to try to get some repairs done.
4,
I don't think we'll be able to get very much
2,
done, but
1. Box now.
try to do what we can. Hopefully we made it out. I think we did. Alright. Added some fuel, which, like I said, is more or less trying to help loosen the car up. Hopefully just the 2 penalties equate to this end of the line. Looks like we're 13th, so I guess it's possible we could go for a top 10.
Race cars coming in this lap.
8x safety rating is going to take a huge hit. Sucks because nobody's going to look at the context of what happened in the race that I had nowhere to go, but I get it. Get ready to go, just try to pick up as many spots as we can. Like I said, hopefully not actually get a black flag for those penalties.
Green, 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 let's go.
Alright, off and rolling penalties are cleared. Just gonna try to work to the inside.
You're inside.
P12.
Right side.
Got the 21, got the 20 still on the outside. We're not going to try to throw it to the inside of the 16 yet. 6 is going around.
Course caution.
There's the caution. We're behind the 16 and we're in 8th.
We're under
10th.
caution. Pits are closed.
I think we're going to finish under caution. So if that's the case, we got our top 10 at least. Was able to get past a couple slower drivers to
Pits
start.
are open.
Stupid race. Like I said, just absolutely pathetic. I'm sorry you guys have to see that. That's not fun to see. We'll take a look at some of this stuff, but it's just stupidity. It's street stocks being street stocks. Unfortunately, there's a reason why these guys get bad raps. And the 2 somehow gets away with the win. Yeah, true. What I thought was driving into the left side of the 7. I don't know. We'll look and see if the 7 really cut across him or whatever. There's no give and take. Nobody has any regard for anything. Kind of actually hope the finishes under caution, because if we got a 1-lap dash to the finish, that would just be chaos. That would just be absolute chaos if that's what we get. Just hope we don't get 2 to go. And we are. We're going to get a 1-lap dash where everybody's just going to drive over each other, and with us starting on the outside, we're probably going to get stuck.
We're under caution. Pits closed.
Well, now the goal is just to try to avoid whatever wrecks, so that way if iRacing deems us ahead of them, then we don't end up losing too many spots, because it's going to stall out really bad. I'm going to have to make sure I don't miss a shift on this one too.
Okay, Jake, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
I think it's still faster to do 3rd gear, much as I want to start in 4th gear and try to avoid the shift. See if the 7 repays the 2. Thought we were going, we kind of checked up.
Green, green,
Clear up high.
push.
Work the outside line as best as I can. Try to get ahead of the 16 and watch out for the wreck that's going to happen at some point, because it's 1 lap and everybody's going to do stupid stuff. Kind of like that. Just like that. Trying to keep it straight, and that's where we get turned. So we finish in the back. Again. Whatever. I don't care what the difference is between finishing dead in the back and... Well, that was stupid. Thought I had it avoided, and somebody came down and got me, so...
There we go. It's
Finished
over. Bring
12th.
it back round.
12th or 13th something. It was stupid. That's street stocks for you. Come out looking terrible in terms of a finish and iRating, but yeah, 12th. That was pretty stupid. You could see how many instant points. The 5 had 24. I don't even know how you get that many. That's just dumb. We end up with 12. Let's take a look at everything. It's just gonna be pathetic what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be pathetic. So here's the 14. 9 gets a shot from the 2, I think. Yeah, 2 kind of got into the 3. 19's back here. He's going to get underneath the 21 and just turns up the track. Not quite clear. 3's getting loose under the 9. Just runs the 9 up into the wall. That was real respectful. 2's going to get the outside wall on the backstretch like I did. 16's behind the 9. Can't tell if there was netcode there between the 4 and the 6 or not. 12's on the outside of the 9. A little bit of contact there. 12 gets into the wall, and he kind of comes back down off the wall into the 9. 17 gets the wall going into 1. I get the ball here out of 2. 8 gets shoved by the 6. 15's going to get the wall. 17's going to get the wall. Yep. 4's just going to cut down, gets into the back of the 8, and then just drives right through him. Sends the 8 around, spins him, 6 gets into him, 6 gets into the 4. That was really classy. There's more proof of that. 6 gets loose, off the wall, gets into the 16, turns the 16 around. 18 has nowhere to go, gets into the 16. 5's going to get into the back of the 9 as the 9 checked up. 17 gets into him. I think that was actually under caution. 18's going to do what? I'm not sure what he's showing up there for. Here's the restart. One's just going to go throwing it 3 wide through the middle. That was when I checked up. He just turns right into the 14. Knocks the 14 out of the way. See if he goes after the 3. A little bit of contact, got him loose. He got loose in front of the 9. 9 gets into him. And he ends up going on the pit road. 15 gets turned. Let's back that up and watch how that happened. So here's the 4 wide that we saw. 15 just got into the 14. 4 wide off the corner was never going to work. That's how that happened. 9 under caution. Is going to get the outside wall. 3 is going to try to go through the middle. Gets into the 2. Comes down. Gets me. Gets the 5. Who gets the 8. Who comes back. Gets the 5. Clogs the entire track. We all wreck. Almost nobody makes it through. Pretty much the entire field somehow gets into that. There goes the 9 up on top. Back down. Wow. Oh. 19 and the 6 make contact. While we're under caution. 9 just hits the 19. Literally everybody wrecks. 9 gets the 6. And then those 2 continue to go at each other. Because we've got tempers now. 19's on pit road. 19's doing what he wants to do. 18 is going to get in the back of the 16. I don't know, he keeps showing up. There's the 5 running the inside of the 4. 4 turns down into the 5 because the 5 kind of ran the 4 up the track. Although it was hard racing there. 5 now just leans on the 4, but the 4 is pinching him down as hard as he can. These 2 continue to run side by side, can't really break free. 4 turns back down into the 5. 5 knocks the 4 up into the wall. Their score is still not settled as they continue to bang on. 5 now just drives the 4 straight up the track. So that was what we saw. That was just 2 guys being children. Just being children. Here we go. 2 just... Yeah, alright, let's look at this one. Because I probably didn't really have anywhere to go. I'm going to look at this from the perspective of the 2. Because now I'm thinking the 2 actually dove it in when he shouldn't have. So he's about half a car length back from the 1. Oh yeah, just... I mean, the 1 opens it up, but you can see the arc that he's taking, and the 2 is just driving in hard, and the 1's coming down. 2 just kind of dove it in there from half a car length back. And then, unfortunately, I don't really have anywhere to go because I could jump on the brakes, but I've got the 3 behind me, and I was on the brakes again. I probably should have gone on harder, but it would have locked him up, and I was trying to at the bottom. I literally had nowhere to go, unfortunately, and then got turned, and that counted as the pit road entrance because I got the yellow cone. So, no harm or foul, just put us to the back anyways. So the 3, 14 locks it up. He comes flying up, gets the 2. Half the field again, wrecks in this one. 14's turned around. Here's the restart. 3 wide off the corner. 15 gets into the 1. 1's just going to drive straight over the back of the 6 there. You can see that. Brings it out. 7's going to give the 2 shot on the restart. Stacks everybody up on the inside. 1's pushing the 8 on the outside. Got 3 wide behind there. Let's watch what causes the wreck, which is going to be right here, I believe. Or he just kind of comes down, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Let's go frame by frame. Oh yeah, 3's absolutely coming down the track. Absolutely coming down the track. Kind of starts as netcode, but just drives into the right rear of the 17, turns him, so that gets the 5. So let's watch it from my perspective when I was trying to avoid this. So I see these two make contact. They're going high. I'm on the brake trying to get into the corner. Going to cut underneath the 5 here. The 5 locks it up, trying to avoid it, and I almost had him clear. And unfortunately, got hit by him, which sent me into the 16. I was probably getting turned by the 16 anyways, and then the 20 just finished me off. So yeah, that was that finish. And we just let the 17 by because it doesn't really matter at that point. One spot's not really going to matter. And then the 21's going to go hit the wall. And that was your finish. That was pretty stupid. Pretty stupid, honestly. I don't even know at what point when the 2 was running this. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, pretty dumb. So let's go take a look at the results. They're not going to be pretty. Hate to show you guys something that crappy. 35 laps out of the 60 under caution. 29.52 strength of field. Should have been a much better race than that, but again, people drive like idiots, so we lose 0.2 in safety rating due to a 12x, which, whatever. I don't know. I'll take the first 4x for that missed shift when I stalled everybody on that restart, and then after that, I don't really know where I'm supposed to go, to be 100% honest. The deal between the 2 and the 7, I don't know how I'm supposed to avoid that one, and the deal at the end, it's just somebody turning down into me. Like, I can't really go anywhere to avoid that stuff, so basically break even on iRating lost 1, whatever. That's, what it is. I was nowhere near fast enough on the short run as some of those guys. Again, I drove it for tire saving, which obviously is not the right strategy. It was to just go crazy and run into everybody. This is how it's going to be. I'm not going to run these. I know you guys like these. I know they've done well, but this is just stupid. It's not fun. I don't enjoy being slammed into. I don't enjoy people slamming their way through. You can make the argument the 1 did that with 10x. You can make the argument that the 2 did that. You can make the argument that the 5 and whoever were complete babies. You've got, the 5 with 24 incident points. You've got, I mean, nobody got out of it with less than 4. That's what's crazy. And half the field wrecked multiple times throughout the race. So I don't know. That's not fun. I would have taken the crap that happened at Rockingham last week because at least we got to run some this time. This time it was just stupid. It was not very fun. So hopefully you guys got something out of that. Sorry it was so crappy. I don't even know what to say other than I'm sorry for a terrible race. I'm sorry that more than half of it was under caution and we couldn't really have much to show for it. I think we had the pace, the strategy to run towards the top 5 and just got caught up in crap. I made one mistake on a restart. And outside of it, just got caught up in crap constantly. It was just, tough luck race. So it's what you get sometimes. And like I said, unfortunately, it's what you kind of got to expect out of Street Stocks. I don't know why this has to be the Demo Derby series of iRacing. They could be a lot more fun than that and teach people a lot of stuff. It's like they carry the rookie mentality on with them. I don't know. It's its own acquired taste, and I definitely have not acquired it long term. So hopefully you guys enjoyed what that is, and we'll just reevaluate going forward for it. So let me know all your feedback on all the incidents we looked at, especially if you guys think I could have done anything different to avoid the 2 wrecks that I was involved in, or if I just, caught the bad end of it. Love to hear from you guys, and until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.